G'day everybody, where's Wally here? Adam, level Earth observer. Well, he's up to his old tricks again.
Let me set the scene. We're on the Discovery Shuttle, several hundred feet apparently above the International Space Station, looking down not only at the ISS, but of course the Earth beneath it. So let's have a look at this short clip and I'll come back to you.
Used to seeing this in the simulator, and this is the ultimate high definition, seeing it with your eyes. Here we are crossing by Lake Michigan and Chicago, straight down below the station.
Pause it there, just as a reference. There's about 10-11 seconds between the start and the finish, okay? That got me thinking. If I take an image at the start of this footage and one at the end, somewhere like where we are now, like 11 seconds later. So here's image 1, the start of the journey, obviously highlighting the Soyuz as our line of sight target. Image 2 at the end of the journey, 11 seconds later, again highlighting the Soyuz as our target. Now, between the 2 points of reference, there's 120 miles. I know it says 121, but it's 120 miles between the 2 points of reference.
But at least I have taught him how to go about measuring the speed of the ISS. Let's see how well Adam did at this.
So let's see how fast these guys were actually travelling. And we calculate. And we get a speed of 39,272 miles.
Oh, 3 times faster. Well, Adam, that's not right. Okay, so when a person of science gets a result that is clearly an outlier, they usually question themselves. Did I do this right? Did I stuff up? Or is this a fantastic scientific discovery? Answer is you usually stuffed up. But what did Adam do?
At how fast they're travelling, and it would seem NASA need to slow their bullshit down a bit.
He claims that NASA is wrong. These results fit his fantasy, so this is what Adam does. Well, let's independently recheck Adam's work and see where he muffed up, because we know he already has, but let's just see where it is. So I grabbed 2 frames exactly 10 seconds apart, none of this rough guessing stuff like Adam did. Adam, he used a sight line to go past the ISS. I will just use the frame as a reference, which is much the same as the ISS is in pretty much the same position in each frame. So I see a bendy river shift by 580 pixels, and on Google Earth, these 2 water bodies over here, they are 116.6 kilometers apart, and on the image they are 333 pixels apart. So a simple ratio shows that the ground has moved by 203 kilometers in just 10 seconds, giving us a speed of 20.3 kilometers per second. Ah, well, that's 3 times too fast. Oh. Well, Adam, seems you did your part right. So, what has happened? Because you guys, like me, know that Adam is wrong, right? Well, of course he is. Captain Cherrypick got so excited that he missed the fact that the shuttle is doing a fly-around.
Our undocking occurred at night over the west coast of the United States. We backed out to around 400 feet and then began a lap around the space station that was just nothing short of spectacular for the views that we saw. We're used to seeing this.
So Adam mentions the 2 clues. He says the shuttle is 400 feet from the ISS. He also noted the change in angle of the solar arrays.
And it turns out when I did an overlay, there's no difference whatsoever. The solar panels move slightly, as we're going to see in a minute. This is both images overlaid on top of each other without moving or doing any alterations. You can see there's some slight change in the solar panels itself.
So 360 degrees in a 90-minute orbit, that's 4 degrees in 1 minute, and for 10 seconds that's about 0.7 of a degree. Wow, Adam, these panels are moving a lot further than that. Just how far? Let's have a look. Well, we see that those panels are 112 feet long by 39 feet wide, and they move by what appears to be 9.75 feet, which, when you do the maths, works out around 5 degrees. Well, clearly the shuttle is moving, so a sight line past the ISS is changing, as Adam noted, but did he understand the error that was being introduced? Or maybe Adam did understand. And this is why he belabours the point that this is a perfect sightline. We wonder, Adam.
Because if there isn't, like there isn't in this instance, I'm going to use it as a line of sight to gauge the speed. And it turns out when I did an overlay, there's no difference whatsoever. But the actual body of the space station is exactly the same position, and so is the Soyuz rocket, which is docked at the bottom. And that is what we're going to use as our line of sight.
A 5-degree change at 400 feet is how far at 410 kilometres? Well, 410 kilometres is 1,345 feet. Now, by 5 degrees, let's say that's non-zero. So, clearly, Adam, you cannot use this piece of video except to make a propaganda piece, which seems to be exactly what you just did. So, why call you Captain Cherry Pick when, at this stage, you're just Captain Erroneous? Well, the very next 8 seconds of video from the video that you used as your source shows another passage of the ISS over a coastline on the east coast.
Here we are crossing by Lake Michigan and Chicago, straight down below the station as we were looking on it. And then you'll see here coming up on the Atlantic coast with Cape Hatteras, the furthest point off to the left. As we complete the fly around there, we see the station from the backside. And looking at the horizon, it just was one of those things that we'll all treasure for the rest of our lives.
Now, this was Captain Hatteras, 1,200 kilometres from Chicago. So why did Adam ignore this piece of video? It was taken only a few minutes later, as the shadow on the ISS panels show. It would have been brilliant confirmation of Adam's contention that NASA stuffed up. Okay, well, here, let's do the same thing. Now, this is a bit of a rough scale that I chose. It's not in line with the direction of travel as I prefer, but it's the best I could do with this image. And when we pixel count and multiply and divide, we end up with 43.8 kilometres of image shift for just 8 seconds, and that's a ground speed of 5.4 kilometres per second. Now, that's much more like it. So, Adam, did you do this one too? And then did you cherry pick the one that you wanted? Does that mean that you're just a propagandist? Or did you not bother to do the second test? That makes you lazy. Either way, not very scientific, Adam.
I cannot believe, Wally.
Sorry about that, old bud. I guess you got ping-ponged again, didn't you, mate? Namibia. You ever going to do something about Namibia, Adam? We're still waiting for the bad day.
So please, if you're able to identify this bit of land that takes up this massive bit of the supposed spinning globe Earth, please can you let me know in the comments section, because I cannot find that landmass, as I've stated previously in the other video.
Well, if you like what I've done here to poor Adam, give me a click, like and a subscribe, and we'll find some other poor sap to deal with.